The Mountain Division name came to be in the early years of the 20th century when the railroad served as the main mode of transportation for summer visitors. Grand Victorian hotels like the Bay of Naples Inn and the cooling waters of Sebago Lake attracted people escaping the heat and oppressive air of the cities. Prior to that time, the Mountain Division was known as the Portland and Ogdensburg Railroad, chartered in Maine in 1865, with construction started in 1869. By the early part of the 20th century, the expanding Maine Central Railroad absorbed the P&O between Portland and St. Johnsbury, Vermont. Passenger service on the scenic run ended in 1958, and freight trains stopped rolling after Pan Am Railways acquired it in the 1980s. Stone culverts along the Mountain Division line are of two primary styles, arched culverts and boxed culverts. Arched culverts, in both function and appearance, are small stone arch bridges, while box culverts have vertical stone walls that support a large stone slab that spans the opening width. Inactivity along the railroad corridor has led to deteriorating condition of many of the historic stone culverts that span tributaries to the Presumpscot River. Local and statewide interest in restoration of the Mountain Division led Maine DOT in 2007 to evaluate the condition and potential passenger and freight rail uses of the 50-mile Mountain Division rail line in southern and western Maine. The study identified several stone box and arch culverts, all constructed in 1875, on the lower sections of the rail line in need of repair, cleaning, and debris removal. Complicating maintenance of the stone culverts between South Windham and Westbrook is the current sales transaction of Pan Am, owner of the Portland to Windham portion of the railroad corridor, to CSX. Stone culverts are some of the earliest and hardiest of transportation infrastructure developed and were in common use until the early 20th century. Representing early engineering throughout Maine's landscape, these unassuming structures are often overlooked. The remaining box and arch culverts along the Mountain Division line contribute to our understanding of the late 20th century development of this area and the engineering techniques employed. With state and local interest in the restoration of the Mountain Division line as an economic driver for Western Maine, the 2000 study estimated the upgrade to cost over $31 million. Long-range plans, supported by the Mountain Division Alliance, call for a continuous 50-mile trail from Portland to New Hampshire along the Mountain Division corridor in collaboration with the 9 communities along the line. A feasibility study for this concept is currently being conducted by Maine Department of Transportation, Department of Economic and Community Development, and the Governor's Office of Policy, Innovation, and the Future. Funding for this particular corridor is not imminent. In the meantime, the stone culverts between South Windham and Westbrook continue to deteriorate. Survey work is desperately needed to identify the current condition of these culverts and the work necessary to stabilize and regularly maintain each. Regional advocacy is critical to ensuring that future rail and recreational use of the corridor and river incorporate these culverts while supporting environmental and economic improvements.